Welcome to Next Gen Manufacturing Nexus. Today, we are diving deep inside the smart factory to uncover the invisible system that basically powers our entire modern world. I mean, really think about it for a second. The phone in your hand, the car you might be driving, how does all of that get made with such incredible precision and at such a massive scale?
Well, it definitely looks like it sometimes, but nope, it's not magic.
It's a system, a really organized, layered system that connects every single piece of a factory, from a tiny sensor on the floor all the way up to the CEO's office.
So, let's get into the blueprint for how all this works. It's called the Industrial Automation Pyramid. And we're going to build this thing from the ground up, so you can see exactly how it all fits together.
We're going to start at the very bottom, right there on the factory floor, and climb our way up through 5 different levels. The key here is that each level talks to the one above and below it. It's this communication that creates a perfect flow of information and, well, action.
All right, level 1. This is the field level. This is where the real world, the physical stuff, meets the digital world. You can just think of it as the factory's senses and its muscles.
So this level is all about doing things and sensing things. You've got sensors gathering data in real time, asking, is this part in the right place or is it hot enough? Then you have actuators that actually do the work. A motor spins up, a valve pops open. And of course, you've got the robots, the tireless workers doing the heavy lifting.
And this comparison right here shows the evolution perfectly. On the left, you see the old school robots. Super powerful, but they had to be kept in cages to keep people safe. But now, on the right, those are cobots, collaborative robots. They're designed with all these advanced sensors so they can work safely right next to a human. A total game changer.
Okay, let's move on up. If level 1 is the body doing all the physical work, then levels 2 and 3, well, they're kind of like the brain and the dashboard. This is where information gets processed and where humans can see what's going on.
Now, this slide shows a massive leap in technology. We used to have these things called relay systems. Just look at all that physical wiring. It was a total nightmare. If you needed to change one little thing, you had to physically rewire the whole cabinet. But now, we have the PLC, the programmable logic controller. This is the brain of level 2. It takes in all that sensor data and makes complex decisions in milliseconds, and it's all done in software.
Right above the PLC, you've got level 3, the supervisory level. This is where you find the HMI, or the human-machine interface. Honestly, just think of it as the cockpit for the factory floor. It's the screens and dashboards that operators use to monitor and control everything.
But, a badly designed HMI can lead to serious accidents. So there are some really important best practices. When everything's running smoothly, the screen should actually be kind of boring, lots of muted grays. Bright, flashy colors are used only for alarms. That way, when something goes wrong, an operator sees it immediately, with zero confusion.
Okay, we're climbing to the top of the pyramid now. This is where all that real-time data from the factory floor gets connected to the big-picture business strategy.
So level 4 is where the MES lives. That's the Manufacturing Execution System. If the PLC is the brain of a single machine, the MES is like the digital foreman for the entire factory. It's constantly asking, what are we making today? Do we have the parts? Is everything passing the quality checks?
And at the very peak, level 5, we've got the ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. This is the whole shebang. It's the software that runs the entire company. It connects what the factory makes to finance, to sales, to the whole supply chain. It answers the big questions, like, how much did that cost us, and when is the customer getting their order?
Okay, so theory is great, right? But let's see how this pyramid actually solves a really tricky real-world problem. We'll call it the hybrid challenge.
So picture a cosmetics factory. Making the cream itself is what we call process manufacturing. It's like a recipe, measured in bulk. But filling thousands of individual jars, that's discrete manufacturing, where you're counting every single unit. The challenge is, how do you perfectly connect that continuous flow of cream to a super-fast start-stop packaging line?
And this is where the pyramid just shines. Down at level 1, sensors see exactly when a jar is in place. Instantly, at level 2, the PLC tells a valve to open and close with millisecond precision to get the perfect fill. Meanwhile, way up at level 4, the MES is tracking the entire batch, making sure every single one of those 5,000 jars is accounted for. It's like a perfectly synchronized dance.
The kind of flexibility this whole system enables is just staggering. A modern production line, one that's integrated like this, can handle over 3,000 different product variations from a single catalog. That's the power you get when every level of the pyramid is speaking the same language.
So this pyramid gives us an incredibly powerful structure for today's factories. But what happens when we start injecting it with the intelligence of tomorrow? The industry's really on the edge of another huge transformation.
I love this quote from automation expert Jakub Sogatowski. It just perfectly captures the excitement in the field right now. It's this feeling that things are changing really, really fast, and in a really good way.
And here's a sneak peek at what that future is starting to look like. We're heading toward what's called human orchestrated autonomy, which means we set the big goals and the intelligent systems figure out the best way to get it done. Cybersecurity also has to evolve to protect all this AI and data. And the network itself is getting smart, an informed infrastructure that's constantly optimizing itself in real time.
So after all of that, what's the big idea here? What's the one thing you should really take away from this?
The automation pyramid isn't just some diagram on a slide. It's the rock-solid architecture that makes all of modern production possible. It provides the structure. But now we are infusing every single level of that pyramid with artificial intelligence. So the real question isn't if this is going to change everything. It's what amazing problems are we going to solve with it next.